Welcome to this tutorial. Today we're going to talk about material and compound nouns. Let's get started. Remember that a noun is a word that is used to refer to people, places, things, events, substances, and qualities. Now have a look at the example over here. The dinner was amazing today. In this sentence, the dinner is a noun, and it is used to refer to a thing. Now, material nouns denote material or substance from which things are made, as in the examples below. A plastic bottle, a diamond ring, etc. Note that the word plastic is a material noun, and it is used to describe what the bottle is made of. The same thing with the word diamond. It is used to describe what the ring is made of. Now, material nouns are uncountable, thus they do not have a plural form. Generally, articles are not used with material nouns as they are uncountable. Have a look at the examples below. I really want to buy these cottons pants. Now this sentence would be incorrect because the material noun cotton should not be used in its plural form. The correct sentence would be, I really want to buy these cotton pants. Remember, the material nouns fall into several categories. A. Related to nature. For example, air, water, salt, coal, silver, gold, etc. B. Related to animals. Meat, milk, egg, wool, etc. C. Related to plants. Cotton, coffee, tea, wood, etc. D. Artificial or man-made materials, such as alcohol, cheese, brick, steel, etc. Now, a compound noun contains two or more words which are joined together and form a single noun. Remember that compound nouns can be words written together, words that are hyphenated, or separate words. The first word usually describes or modifies the second word, denoting its type or purpose. Consequently, the second word identifies the item itself. Have a look at the example below. I need to buy a new toothbrush. Toothbrush is a compound noun written together, and the first word, tooth, describes or modifies the purpose or type of the second word, which is brush. And so, toothbrush is a brush used for cleaning one's teeth. Now, there is no exact rule as to when we should write compound nouns together, hyphenated, or as separate words. Remember that if you are not sure how to write a compound noun, consult a dictionary. Have a look at the examples below. Could you go with me to the bus stop? The compound noun bus stop in this sentence is written as separate words. And in this sentence, my in-laws are incredible people. Hyphenated. I love your new haircut. You look fantastic. Haircut is a compound word written together. Note that the stress usually falls on the first syllable in compound nouns. As a result, the word stress helps to differentiate between a compound noun and an adjective plus noun. Have a look at the examples below. A greenhouse is a glass building used for growing plants that need warmth, light, and protection. In this sentence, the word greenhouse is a compound noun. And in this sentence, a greenhouse is a building that someone lives in. This building is painted green. In this sentence, the words green house is an adjective plus noun. Now let's review and practice a bit. Remember, the material nouns denote a material or substance from which things are made of. Now, these nouns do not have a plural form, and articles are not used with them. Provide the correct form of the following sentence. Have you seen my gloves? Have you seen my rubber gloves? Also, remember, the material nouns can denote things related to nature, animals, and plants. Now read the following sentence and underline these nouns. My ideal breakfast would consist of bacon and eggs and a glass of milk sitting somewhere at the beach, breathing fresh air and enjoying life. Bacon, eggs, milk, air. Remember, the material nouns can also denote artificial or man-made materials. Now read the following sentences and underline these nouns. Do you think that Alice will like this perfume? I don't know if she'll like its sweet scent. Perfume. Also remember that a compound noun contains two or more words which are joined together and form a single noun. Now the first word usually describes or modifies the second word, denoting its type or purpose. Consequently, the second word identifies the item itself. Now read the descriptions in the brackets and provide the appropriate compound noun. A machine used for washing laundry. Washing machine. A person who watches what is happening without taking part. A bystander. Now remember that there is no exact rule as to when we should write compound nouns together, hyphenated, or as separate words. Thus, you always need to consult a dictionary. Now have a look at the sentences below and decide whether the words in brackets should be written together, hyphenated, or as separate words. Helen loves going to the swimming pool in summer. Swimming pool, separated. Check-in and baggage drop-off for most flights open 2 hours before the scheduled departure time. Check-in, hyphenated, drop-off, hyphenated. I don't let my kids eat in their bedrooms. Bedrooms, written together. Here's a short story using material and compound nouns. Listen as I read so you can see how they are used in real-life conversation. After I'm done, make sure you understand all the grammar and read aloud yourself so that you can work on your own fluency and pronunciation. Do you want me to cook something special for dinner? How about just wine and cheese? That sounds simple, yet fancy. Let's eat outside then. Yeah, I'll take some clothes so we could sit on the ground. Just don't take that cotton clothes. I had a hard time washing it last time. Roger. And I'll probably order some takeaway too, in case we get very hungry. And now it's time for you to practice on your own. Read the following sentences and underline the material nouns. A. These leather boots are too expensive for me. B. You need to fry it in vegetable oil for 10 minutes. C. Throw some wood into the fire. It's getting cold. D. I don't like cast iron pans. They are very heavy. E. She bought stunning silk stockings. And now, read the following sentences and form compound nouns using the given definition. A. A room with a bath or a shower, a sink, and sometimes a toilet is called a. B. If a person has red hair, we call him or her a. C. The time in the morning when the sun appears is called. D. Is the main character of Disney's first animated feature-length film and The Seven Dwarfs. E. The father of your husband or wife is called a. And now, let's check your answers. Leather, vegetable oil, wood, cast iron, silk. A room with a bath or a shower, a sink, and sometimes a toilet is called a bathroom. If a person has red hair, we call him or her a redhead. The time in the morning when the sun appears is called sunrise. Snow White is the main character of Disney's first animated feature-length film, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. The father of your husband or wife is called a father-in-law. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Welcome to this tutorial. Today, we're going to talk about countable versus uncountable nouns. Let's get started. Now remember that a noun is a word used to identify any class of people, places, or things, which are known as common nouns. Or a noun is a word used to name a particular one of these. And that is known as proper noun. Have a look at the example over here. You can buy coffee at Starbucks. The word coffee in the sentence is used to identify a particular thing, which is coffee. And the word Starbucks in the sentence is used to name a particular place. Now let's have a look at the difference between countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Now, countable nouns are things that can be counted, even if the number might be extremely high. For example, all the people in the world. Other examples are apple, song, house, etc. Uncountable nouns, on the other hand, are things that we cannot count with numbers. Note that they may be the name for abstract ideas or quantities, or for physical objects that are too small to count or shapeless. For example, liquids, gases, etc. Other examples of uncountable nouns are tea, money, love, etc. Note that countable nouns can be singular or plural, as in the example below. I have an apple, and you have 3 apples. However, uncountable nouns do not have plural forms, as in the example below. We're going to have rice for lunch. Note that rice is an uncountable noun, and so we cannot use a plural form. Also, with singular countable nouns, we can use a or an. Have a look at the example below. There is a girl outside. She is wearing a beautiful dress. However, we cannot use a or an with uncountable nouns. But you can often use the phrase a bag of, a cup of, etc. Have a look at the example below. There is a bowl of rice and a bottle of juice on the table. Now, if you want to ask about the quantity of a countable noun, you ask how many combined with the plural countable noun. Have a look at the example below. How many dogs are there? There are 5 dogs. And if you want to ask about the quantity of an uncountable noun, you ask how much combined with the uncountable noun. Have a look at the example below. How much coffee do we have left? We don't have much coffee left. Also, you can use many, a few, few with plural countable nouns, as in the examples below. Sorry, but I didn't take many pictures. I've got a few relatives living here. And with uncountable nouns, you can use much, a little, little, as in the examples below. We didn't do much shopping there. We have a little sugar left. Note that you can use some, any, a lot of, both with plural countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Have a look at the examples below. We like singing some crazy songs at karaoke. Did you buy any oranges? She showed a lot of signs of affection. And with uncountable nouns, we listened to some music there. I didn't buy any orange juice. There is a lot of love in the air. Now let's review and practice a bit. Remember that countable nouns refer to items that can be counted, while uncountable nouns refer to things that come in a state of quantity that is impossible to count. Read the following words and mark countable nouns as C and uncountable nouns as U. Water. Uncountable. Money. Uncountable. Cat. Countable. Anger. Uncountable. Computer. Countable. beach. Countable, sand. Uncountable, street. Countable. Note that you can use a or an with singular countable nouns, and with uncountable nouns you can use a phrase a bag of, a cup of, etc. Now read the following sentences and fill in the blanks using the appropriate form of the countable or uncountable noun. I want to buy plant so that my room looks nicer. I want to buy a plant so that my room looks nicer. Pete can eat bag chips without drinking anything. Pete can eat a bag of chips without drinking anything. Now, if you want to ask about the quantity of a countable noun, you ask how many combined with the plural countable noun. On the other hand, if you want to ask about the quantity of an uncountable noun, you ask how much combined with the uncountable noun. Now read the following answers and provide the appropriate question. I got 6 muffins. How many muffins did you get? There isn't much sugar in them. How much sugar is in them? Also remember that you can use many, a few, with plural countable nouns. And you can use much, a little with uncountable nouns. Now read the following sentences and fill in the blanks with either many, a few, or much, a little. I've got money left and more errands to run. I've got a little money left and few more errands to run. Also note that you can use some, any, or a lot of, both with plural countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Now read the following sentence and fill in the blanks with either some, any, or a lot of. There was strange tension between them, and a co-workers found it worrisome. There was some strange tension between them, and a lot of co-workers found it worrisome. Here is a short story using countable and uncountable nouns. Listen as I read so you can see how they are used in real-life conversation. After I'm done, make sure you understand all the grammar and read aloud yourself so that you can work on your own fluency and pronunciation. The kitchen was a total mess. What do you mean? There was mold everywhere. There was a pile of dishes in the sink. There were leftovers on the plates. There was some milk spilled all over the countertops. That sounds awful. Yeah, I wanted to clean it up, but there wasn't even any soap in sight. And now it's time for you to practice on your own. Read the following sentences and decide whether the underlined nouns are countable or uncountable. A. I washed my hair yesterday. B. You need to take 1 cup of flour. C. Sorry, but I need to breathe some fresh air. D. I'd like to give you some advice. E. Sam brought a bottle of red wine. Now read the following sentences and fill in the gaps with a or an. Note that sometimes no article is needed. A. It wasn't her fault. It was accident. B. When Mike was in Turkey, he stayed in big hotel. C. Sally is bundle of nerves as she has job interview tomorrow. D. There is lot of snow outside. Be careful. E. IQ test measures intelligence. Now, let's check your answers. Hair, uncountable. Cup, countable. Air, uncountable. Advice, uncountable. Bottle, countable. It wasn't her fault. It was an accident. When Mike was in Turkey, he stayed in a big hotel. Sally is a bundle of nerves as she has a job interview tomorrow. There is a lot of snow outside. Be careful. An IQ test measures intelligence. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Welcome to this tutorial. Today, we're going to talk about collective nouns. Let's get started. Now, a collective noun is used to refer to an entire group of people, animals, or things. Therefore, it includes more than one member. Have a look at the example over here. My family is very big. The word family in this sentence is a collective noun, and it is referring to an entire group of people. A collective noun can refer to several things. A. People, such as family, class, committee, staff, etc. B. Animals, a pack of dogs, a swarm of flies, a herd of horses, a litter of puppies, etc. C. Things, pack, set, bunch, stack, etc. Now remember that when the members within one group behave in the same manner, they are part of a collective noun. Thus, this noun becomes singular and requires a singular verb, as in the example below. Every day, the football team follows its coach out to the field for practice. Note that the members in this football team behave in the same manner. And when the members are acting as individuals, the collective noun is plural and requires a plural verb. Now, in many cases, it may sound more natural to make the subject plural in form by adding words like members, mates, etc. Have a look at the example below. After the practice, the teammates shower, change into their casual clothes, and head to their homes. Note that the members of this group are acting as individuals. They are showering, changing into their casual clothes, and heading to their homes individually. Now let's review and practice a bit. Remember that collective nouns can refer to people, animals, or things. Now read the following sentences and underline them. The jury is about to decide whether the man is guilty. The jury. A pack of wolves hunts at night. A pack of wolves. I can't believe he smokes a pack of cigarettes a day. A pack of cigarettes a day. Remember that when the members within one group behave in the same manner, they are part of a collective noun. Thus, this noun becomes singular and requires a singular verb. Now read the following sentence and fill in the blank using the appropriate form of the verb in the bracket. The orchestra often to play at the gala. The orchestra often plays at the gala. Also remember that when the members are acting as individuals, the collective noun is plural and requires a plural verb. Now read the following sentence and fill in the blank using the appropriate form of the verb in the bracket. Right now the cast to practice their lines before shooting. Right now the cast are practicing their lines before shooting. Here is a short story using collective nouns. Listen as I read so you can see how they are used in real-life conversation. After I'm done, make sure you understand all the grammar and read aloud yourself so that you can work on your own fluency and pronunciation. I had the most amazing time backpacking with my classmates. Did you like Canada and its nature? I sure did. A range of mountains was magical and the animals I've seen, a flutter of tiny butterflies, a herd of deer, and a family of beavers. Yeah, it's not something you can see here. True. I wanted to create some long-lasting memories of this experience, so I tried taking a sequence of photos, not disturbing the wildlife and just observing it from the safe distance. And now it's time for you to practice on your own. Read the following list of words and form collective nouns. A band of. B, a flock of. C, a team of. D, a pair of. E, an army of. F, a bouquet of. G, a hive of. H, a pride of. I, a choir of. J, a galaxy of. 1, sheep. 2, ants. 3, stars. 4, singers. 5, flowers. 6, players. 7, lions. 8, musicians. 9, bees. 10, shoes. And now, let's check your answers. A band of musicians, a flock of sheep, a team of players, a pair of shoes, an army of ants, a bouquet of flowers, a hive of bees, a pride of lions, a choir of singers, a galaxy of stars. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Welcome to this tutorial. Today, we're going to talk about concrete nouns. Let's get started. Nouns can be concrete or abstract. Now, concrete nouns are tangible and you can experience them with your five senses. On the other hand, abstract nouns refer to intangible things like actions, feelings, ideals, concepts, and qualities. Have a look at the example over here. Food is great, but love is even greater. Note that the noun food in the sentence is a concrete noun because food is tangible and you can experience it with your five senses. Love, on the other hand, is an abstract noun because it refers to something that is intangible, feeling. Now, a concrete noun is a noun that can be identified through one of the five senses: touch, sight, hearing, smell, or taste. Have a look at the following examples. Who turned off the TV? Note that the noun TV in the sentence is a concrete noun. And in this sentence, what is that noise? Note that even though noise can't be touched, you can hear it. So it's a concrete noun. Now, concrete nouns fall into several categories. Let's have a look at those categories. A. People. For example, mother, friend, teacher, stranger, etc. B. Places. For example, school, McDonald's, Las Vegas, India, etc. C. Things you can touch and see. For example, plane, cup, lamp, book, etc. D. Things you can hear. For example, music, noise, someone's voice, song, etc. E. Things you can smell and taste. For example, herbs, cookies, bread, wine, etc. Now remember that concrete nouns can denote people, places, or things you can touch and see. Now read the following sentences and underline them. The burglar broke into their house. Burglar. I want to travel to Dubai and see Burj Khalifa with my own eyes. Dubai, Burj Khalifa. Could you pass me the water bottle standing over there? The water bottle. Also remember that concrete nouns can denote things you can hear and things you can smell and taste. Now read the following sentences and underline those concrete nouns. Where is that sound coming from? Sound. There is nothing better than freshly baked cookies. Cookies. Here's a short story using concrete nouns. Listen as I read so you can see how they are used in real-life conversation. After I'm done, make sure you understand all the grammar and read aloud yourself so that you can work on your own fluency and pronunciation. We went to the Maldives on our honeymoon. Wow, I know that there are a lot of luxury hotels and resorts. Yeah, they can be quite pricey, but I was saving up money for this occasion. I booked a honeymoon suite for us with Carol. Did she like it? Absolutely. There were rose petals on the king-size bed, there were candles everywhere, and you could see the ocean right through the windows. It was a magical place. And now it's time for you to practice on your own. Read the following sentences and underline the concrete nouns. A. It was my dream to become a teacher. B. What's that noise? Where's it coming from? C. Ugh, it tastes like feet. I can't eat it. D. Her mom likes to bake apple pies on Sundays. E. A lot of teens don't go to prom. F. I've been dreaming about going to Spain. G. Sometimes you can't get a good job without higher education. H. It was a real act of bravery. I. Reading books with your child is a great bonding opportunity. J. Should I get you anything? I'm going to the shop. And now, let's check your answers. Teacher, noise, feet, mom, pies, teens, Spain, job, education, bravery, books, child, shop. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Welcome to this tutorial. Today, we're going to talk about abstract nouns. Let's get started. Remember, the nouns can be concrete or abstract. Now, concrete nouns are tangible and you can experience them with your five senses, whereas abstract nouns refer to intangible things, such as actions, feelings, ideals, concepts, and qualities. Have a look at the example over here. Food is great, but love is even greater. Note that the noun food in the sentence is a concrete noun, as it refers to a tangible thing. And love is an abstract noun because it refers to something that is intangible. Feeling. Now, abstract nouns fall into several categories. Let's have a look at those. A. Emotions and feelings, such as anger, sadness, love, grief, etc. B. Human qualities and characteristics, such as beauty, maturity, humor, patience, etc. C. Ideas and concepts, such as knowledge, freedom, luxury, comfort, etc. D. Events, for example, marriage, birthday, career, adventure, etc. Now, many abstract nouns are formed from adjectives, verbs, or nouns. and sometimes you can add a suffix to the concrete noun or alter the word root to form abstract nouns, as in the example below. Child is a concrete noun, whereas childhood is an abstract noun. And remember, the nouns with the following suffix are often abstract. Shin, as in devotion, ism, as in pessimism, iti, hospitality, ment, movement, nas, as in restlessness, age, as in marriage, ans, as in brilliance, ends, as in indifference, ship, for example, relationship, ability, such as availability, AC, bureaucracy. Now let's review and practice a bit. Remember that abstract nouns can denote emotions and feelings or human qualities and characteristics. Now have a read of the following sentences and underline the abstract nouns. Michael's indifference was breeding hate towards him. Indifference, hates. Her dedication is something that can't be ignored. Dedication. Also remember that abstract nouns can denote ideas and concepts or events. Now have a read of the following sentences and underline the abstract nouns. Freedom of speech is a basic human right. Freedom, rights. Will you attend Kate and William's wedding? Wedding. And remember, the many abstract nouns are formed from adjectives, verbs, or nouns. And sometimes you can add a suffix to the concrete noun or alter the word root to form abstract nouns. Now read the following sentences and fill in the blank with the appropriate abstract noun. They totally failed. I was a total failure. Here is a short story using abstract nouns. Listen as I read so you can see how they are used in real-life conversation. After I'm done, make sure you understand all the grammar and read aloud yourself so that you can work on your own fluency and pronunciation. It was such a lovely wedding. Yeah, you're right. There was so much love and appreciation in the air, and I couldn't stop looking at those two. They were destined to be together. I don't believe in destiny or anything like that, but I'm really happy that their friendship grew into a loving relationship based on mutual respect and trust. And now it's time for you to practice on your own. Read the following sentences and fill in the gaps using the words in brackets to form abstract nouns. A. Conceive the word kind. B. Kate's parents can stop talking about the of going to college. Important. C. My brothers will get him nowhere. Lazy. D. It was my to accompany you. please? E. I could see all shades of in her action. Angry. F. Jake had all sorts of when he saw his crush talking to another guy. Think. G. I am sure that our will last forever. Friend. H. I couldn't contain my excited. I. Dogs are known for their loyal. J. I value above all honest. And now, let's check your answers. Kindness can save the world. Kate's parents can stop talking about the importance of going to college. My brother's laziness will get him nowhere. It was my pleasure to accompany you. I could see all shades of anger in her actions. Jake had all sorts of thoughts when he saw his crush talking to another guy. I am sure that our friendship will last forever. I couldn't contain my excitement. Dogs are known for their loyalty. I value honesty above all. Thank you for watching this tutorial.